Greetings and welcome, my fellow primordial creatures, to have a look at Moduwar, a new game currently in early access on BioHex Studios, being published by Firesquid, the same people that published The Great Houses of Calderia. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. Otherwise I'll start shouting. This is a real-time strategy game, but a very interesting mechanic in it. You control a primordial creature known as Modu, hence the name of the game. This is combined with a very interesting FMV thing in the main campaign. FMV videos. It would probably be easier to just show you, but anyway, let me let the game explain the premise. Plot.
Arcadia, an untouched paradise. It is home to millions of species, from microscopic bacteria to great ocean animals. But the most unique, most fantastic beings in Arcadia are the Modu. These magnificent, terrifying creatures can change and enhance their enormous bodies over minutes and adapt to the rigors of land and sea. Evidence shows they were once as large as continents until they split into smaller beings. Arcadia remained isolated, and the existence of the Modu remained peaceful until the invaders came. The Chimera, space horrors the likes of which we could never imagine. And the desperate ERE, the Earth Repatriation Expedition. Scouting the stars for a new home, both forces came to fight, to finish a war started in a galaxy far away. The historians of tomorrow might see this as atrocious. They might think we are war criminals. The only way humanity could hope to survive is by weaponizing these magnificent creatures. Perhaps one day they will forgive us. For now, we must survive.
Yeah. That's
Hello,
the setup.
Modu.
Not gonna go into the cutscene itself. You can experience that for yourself. Play the demo. The demo currently consists of these five levels. But I will showcase one of the FMVs just to show you kinda like they have this little low-tech quirky charm to them, I guess, but I also kind of feel like they are not fully finished. I don't know, it's a bit hard to explain properly until you see them. Right, so this is just the final mission of the demo, as far as I've been able to play. So there's a bit of a setup for the scene that we're about to see. The Admiral and the chief scientist named Miller have been bickering back and forth about the usefulness of the Modu that we essentially are controlling. And in this scene, it comes to a head. Anyway, let's have a look.
Admiral, I think I found a way to win this war.
Yeah, you said that. Okay, why am I looking at pictures of... Miller, what is this?
Well, these are new appendages the Modu evolved over the past few hours. I sampled them. The results are fascinating. I ran a scan. It's now synthesizing entirely new compounds. Some provide adaptive toxin resistance. Others function as high-yield corrosive acid.
So you want to get the Modu to attack the Chimera with acid?
Yes, and I can prove my theory.
Okay, you have my attention.
There's a nearby Chimera feeding ground. Our Modu is here. Enemy bases are over here. Now, the Chimera use the Modu to enhance themselves and the ships biologically. Unlike the Chimera, my research evolves Modu into
As a weapon, don't forget that.
as a weapon. When it works, it will turn the tide in our favor.
And what if it doesn't?
It will work.
You lost your mind. You want to charge a fortified sector head on? The heat signature suggests massive defenses. We don't have the momentum for this. It's a hard no, Miller.
I will go with Modu myself, just us. I will prove it to you.
Again with this trips of grandeur and reckless ideas? Do you really think you can do this with one hovercraft and an oversized mollusk?
Admiral, we can do this. We won't fail. Trust me.
I am not losing my head research in science just for a hunch.
You won't.
If things go south, you go straight to extraction coordinates.
Will do.
Even if it means leaving your pets behind. Am I making myself clear?
Crystal clear.
Get us to the extraction coordinates. Lay low.
See what I mean? It kind of feels like they turned their office into a set piece for the bridge of that ship. And it doesn't get much better. I mean, I can't exactly show it here, but the final cutscene where the ship comes under attack by enemy interceptors and Modu strides in to save the day. It looks adorable in a previous kind of way, I suppose. I mean, aside from this, the logistical concept of why would a particular creature that is only found on this planet be useful in a space war? I mean, yeah, I can see that the Modu might be useful. They're kicking the Chimera off Arcadia, but the Chimera feel like a galaxy-wide threat. Are you gonna take the Modu into space? I don't know. Maybe the campaign will eventually explain all of that motivation, but for now, we'll just be showcasing a skirmish map, because that is just the easiest way to do. Where you have an arena mode as well, where you can get some time to build up, and then the enemy will start coming at you, I guess. And similar with a survival mode. I have not played either of these, so I don't know exactly what they are about. Since I prefer a little bit more straightforward one-on-one fight, we'll go with a skirmish. So it will be me versus Jeff. We have a variety of maps we can pick from. Not too many maps just yet, but again, the game is still being developed. So let us just get into it. And I'll showcase the essential mechanics. I've waffled on long enough. Here we are. This is the heart of the Modu.
You have no more room for resources.
Let's start getting to some reason. Now, in order to get resources, we need to get our essentially our limbs over to where these things are by building up our body. And we can detach any part of our body if we wish, and then reattach wherever we wish. This will be coming in more useful later, but for now, I just want to quickly grab all of these nodes. All mouse, bend our body, because the size of our body determines how many resources we can hold on to. But yeah, we can detach any part of our body as we wish. We hold down this, we can detach larger piece, but for now let's just detach. We can control each separated piece. Let's also grab a few more other pieces. And once they start developing, they will stay developing. So, these two will now function as sort of harvesters. They will pick up resources, then drive back to the main body. Anyway, in order for us to make something a little bit more advanced than just simple mouths or turrets and brains, we will need to place them onto the body. You will need at least one of each on the body to make sure that you have access to more advanced stuff. So keep that in mind. But in principle, you can pretty much use everything. Each piece of you can also attack, although the effectiveness of such attacks is limited depending on the size of the thing you detect. Anyway, let's get a brain going. Brains are kind of expensive compared to all the other things. But let's detach a single piece so we can have a little bit of a look around. But falling in some more resources. The way the Modu is currently, it is simply...
Modu is too big to move.
Yeah. So if you want to move again, we'll have to split off, make ourselves small enough. Here's the enemy. Already also splitting off bits and pieces of itself. Leave that little piece over there. Now we have access to more advanced items. Make a bunch of these so we have access to everything. And in the meantime, let us set up a small attack thing by creating a bunch of turrets. And also expand the amount of body fat that we have, so we have plenty of storage. So now that we have a liver, or gland rather, we are starting to produce toxins that can be used by our various appendages as a toxin, which makes them much more effective in combat. Using a liver, we can heal ourselves, and once we attach a lung, we can submerge. Right.
You are under attack.
That is fine. Wait a bunch of these. So we're being attacked by this guy over here. It seems he does not like our presence. Keep in mind that simple detached organs are not going to be all that powerful. But you don't necessarily need to be powerful, you just need to be annoying enough. Let's first let's deal with this mortar and turret lady. Swarm tactics are also sometimes worth together. I just want to do some damage to our opponents so that he'll lose the ability to absorb quite so much stuff. Some of the sound effects don't seem to be fully working. Eyes on it, so it's able to see me. The eyes will give certain limbs better range, and also will allow you to see you if you're submerged.
You are under attack.
Right, I think we've done enough damage for now. Let's just double back. Start setting up for something slightly more advanced. big and small islands. Catch that. Right. Let's make a slightly more forceful approach. Additional pylons. Meantime, kind of sure what that eye is doing. What I'm doing is kind of investing a lot, something that may not be entirely worth it, but I think it is. So, in order to make some limbs a bit more powerful, you can combine them. It kind of misplaced this, so let's make it over there. Need 24. I can imagine that you can make some very interesting designs, particular limbs, body parts and all that. Put an eye on here. Make sure that we have a sight. I want one more mortar piece. Looks like the enemy is not yet coming at me. Let's detach the entire thing. Oops. The bigger pieces obviously are a lot slower. That's fine. Now, the benefit of having these mouths on here combined with the gland means that the mouths can now spit acid, which is kind of effective. The tentacles, I don't know if they are truly benefiting from the glands, but they can stun enemies. They smack them. And they can also bounce back mortar shots.
You are under attack.
Twist you around. Get rid of that. Okay, you are a bit badly damaged. Let's see if we can take care of more of the harvesting operation.
You are under attack.
Right now I'm just trying to run the enemy out of resources for a little bit while I'm building up my own stuff. These limbs will not heal by themselves, so I have to be a little bit careful about that.
You are under attack.
resources are getting a little damaged, but I'm taking out a lot of their mouths. And let's see that they have any more.
You have no more room for
Fortress.
resources. You are under attack.
This one. Yeah. I lost the gland on that one, so let's just fall back. Okay. Fall back in general.
You are under attack. You have no more room for resources.
Reattach. Go buy a recharge on my people. Really want a bigger liver on this thing. Meantime though, bomb tactics wouldn't go amiss. Let's just get a bunch of turrets ready to assist our main force here. Dang it. Put it in the wrong place. That's okay. We can change that. It's in the right place. There. That should hopefully help with the healing process. Your resources will run out eventually, so you might have to consider moving. And let's put on a slightly bigger eye on this one. Use this brain or not? Oh. Get this monstrosity moving again. And let's create a bit more of a head layer so we can store resources while we go and try to do some damage to the enemy. Seems like they have expanded a little bit.
You are under attack.
And suddenly they're silent. It seems you have managed to keep the enemy a little bit smaller. So a good push will help. Do an attack.
You are under attack.
You fire that.
are under attack.
Right, we've cut off most of their supply. Now we can attack the main hearts. Also, the mouse can eat the enemy and restore themselves a little bit, I think. But we've got this in the bag. Victory. Woohoo! And that's the central planet of Moduwar. It's an interesting concept. Not entirely sure if I can compare it properly with anything. I mean, certainly the combining smaller things into a bigger thing does remind me of something, but I can't put my finger on what exactly. Yeah, interesting thing to come out. I'm not entirely sure where it will go, because it does feel like to me that you're constantly fighting other Modus, which, yeah, I guess for the story it makes sense, but I'm a little bit worried that might become tedious at some point, but perhaps. I've not yet fully, I don't think I've fully figured out how to make the most use out of every little organ that you get, and well, I've only had access to the organs that I've shown you. Some of which I am sure I don't fully understand how they work. Like the submerging aspect of the lung, I have not yet really utilized because, well, most of the time I see that the enemy is using eyes, so I'm thinking, what is the point of going submerged? It's certainly annoying when it's used against you, but, you know, the enemy doesn't feel like it's really under as many constrictions as the player is, for the most part. At least during the parts in the campaign that I've played. Alright. Let me know if you want to see more of this, and, well, hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Bye.